Well, good morning, everybody. It is 6:30, and just left the campsite and had a decent night's sleep, I'd say, last night. Got a couple of issues with my gear that I might end up having to address. My sleeping pad over the course of the night will start to deflate. And I've put it into a tub before to try to see if I could ever find where the leak is, and I can't find a leak. It's a very slow leak, so you find yourself at some point in the course of the night rolling off the sleeping pad, blowing more air in, and then trying to go back to sleep. So at some point I may need to address that either with a new pad or just find that leak, see if I can patch it. And then also my sleeping bag has a dampness about it. I don't remember it ever getting wet, but we certainly have been through a lot of rain, and I wonder if it hadn't absorbed just a little bit of moisture, but it just has a damp feel about it, which is, it still keeps you warm. It's just kind of annoying. So when I get to the hostel tonight, I'm gonna put it in the dryer for a little while and see if we can dry that thing out a little bit. So a couple things to deal with. Overall, it's a nice quiet night, and today should be a relatively easy day. I'm only doing 11.3 miles. I'm going to High Point State Park, which is just out from there, is actually the highest point in New Jersey, which is not real high. But we'll do that the next day. Actually, we'll see that tower and all that stuff the next day. But today I'm going to the visitor center at the state park, and that's where I'll have a ride pick me up, and I'll go to a hostel. I got to do the routine, I got to wash some clothes and take a shower. And she does offer free trips to the grocery store, but kind of in that place where I could go. There's a few things I could get, but if I'm opportunistic, I could probably avoid it. The things that I need are more like snacks and things like that, and I can probably even get some of that at the visitor center. Probably pay a little extra for it, but it'll save me a trip going to the grocery store. And yeah, that's about it. These are things that gets on your mind that you have to plan for on a day-to-day basis and take care of. So let's get on down the trail. It's a pretty morning, sun's shining, and there's a few rocks to be hopped for sure. All right, hope everybody has a great day, and we will catch up with you a little further down the path. All right, got our first view of the day. Got some clouds, some overcast, but I think it'll burn off, I hope. So we're maybe not too far in, probably less than 2 miles in at this point in the game. But we're making good progress. Once I passed some of those rocks, the trail smoothed out a bit. I was able to start making some time. So hope everybody is having a wonderful day so far, and we'll see you down the trail. Okay folks, we've made it to the top of Sunrise Mountain, and here They have a bit of a pavilion. I don't know if it's, I mean, it's pretty nicely built. Looks like an older structure, probably could use some refurbishing. But really nice benches and things like that. I can't imagine that people would come all the way up here for a special event, you know, like a party or something. Maybe there's closer access to a road or something as you go further north here. I don't know that because I'm not further north yet, but you're supposed to have really good views from here, but unfortunately we don't. It's just cloudy and socked in yet, but so we'll press on. Not a lot of reasons to stay here, but it is a great place. You know, if you got caught in the rain, or if you found yourself needing some shelter, this would be a good stop. But we're going to press on and keep on moving. We are moving pretty well at an average pace today, and if we can keep that up, we should be okay for the pickup. I might have to step it up a little bit because the terrain has been a little tougher than anticipated. That last climb up that mountain, I really didn't show it, but there was a fair amount of big rock climbing and you know, just simple uphill. It slowed me down just a little bit, so we need to pick it back up, and I think we found the smoother trail now in front of us since we reached the top of this cliff. So hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm gonna try to make it the best day I can, and we'll look forward to catching up with you a little bit further down the path. All right, everybody, I just checked the app and we're about 4 miles from our targeted pickup point, extraction point, and I found this nice view. You can certainly see why they call it the Garden State. It is very, very nice, actually. Somebody's got a nice little house right there up on this hill, overlooking this valley. Very nice. Okay, as I was saying, we got 4 miles left. I'll probably be there probably at 11:30, which I told the lady I'd be there at 12:30. That's okay, I'll give you some time to go in and shop those snacks and sit down and rest and relax, and maybe find something cool to drink. That would be awesome. So today is Memorial Day, so I hope everybody's had a good weekend and maybe had some time with family and friends and done the cookout and whatever you would traditionally do. That's awesome. But today is Memorial Day, and certainly we don't want to forget all those brave men and women who gave everything. They did everything their duty required, right up to the point of giving their lives so that we could enjoy a day like Memorial Day and protect the rights and freedoms and the liberties that we enjoy here in the U.S. And I know it probably seems that our country has plenty of troubles, which I think most countries do, and we certainly have our share that I think, but in many ways we're still a young country and we're still evolving. There's still some things that should be continue to be worked on. That's all good, but I can tell you from a person who has traveled fairly extensively, I've been to places like Russia, I've been to Turkey, I've been in South America, to Peru, and most of the countries around the world. There's so many things that we take for granted here in the U.S. It's not available to us in other countries. There's never been a time whenever I've traveled to someplace that I did not look forward to coming home. So again, let's remember Memorial Day and what it's all about. Enjoy the friends, family, the cookout, have a good time along the way as well. So I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day as well. We'll talk to you a little bit further down the path. All right, everybody, we made it to the parking lot for the High Point State Park. This is the headquarter building for the state park. Inside you got a few workers, you got some t-shirts and things you can buy. I was able to snag a few snacks and a couple of drinks and enjoy that. And now I'm simply just waiting for my ride to take me over to the hostel. Same lady who runs the hostel is also coming to pick me up. So she should be here any minute. She sent me a message, told me she was on her way. And I'll look forward to getting over there and taking the shower and kind of getting settled in for a little bit. I hope everybody has had a great day. And we'll catch up again when we get to the hostel. Have a good one. All right, everybody, we have made it to Mosey's place. Mosey's place is basically her home, and one bedroom has been converted into a bunkhouse. So there's 6 bunks in there. She tells me that I'm probably the only one that will be there tonight. Of course, during the time where we had some rain over the past several days, she had a number of people in there, but she said everybody's cleared out and the whole place is mine tonight, so that's cool. So I've already had the opportunity to take a shower and wash the clothes and do all the important stuff I want to do, and she says that she will take me out to wherever I want to go to dinner. She said there's a really good Mexican place, so we'll probably run out here in just a little bit to grab some Mexican food, come back, get ready for tomorrow. So yeah, overall a really good day. One of those days where I need to get a few things taken care of. Future planning requires opportunity to make a few phone calls and make sure everything's lined up as we head further north, but also the occasional washing clothes and the occasional taking a shower is pretty important too. So it's been a good stay so far, and yeah, everything has been pretty cool for today. So total miles today, 11.3 miles up to High Point State Park, where I was picked up, and that's where I'll be led out tomorrow to continue my hike. So I hope everybody's had a great Memorial Day, and we'll look forward to catching up with you first thing in the morning.